What is a string quartet? What does it sound like?
How do you write a piece that makes someone from a different musical culture shine?
How do you read from a score?
What is Indian classical music? What is it like to work with Indian classical musicians? When a Western musician and an Indian musician listen to the same piece of music, how do they hear differently? What does a Western musician hear that a Hindustani musician doesn't, and vice versa? The workshop begins with a series of online sessions where the Hindustani musicians and the Western musicians get a crash course in one another's musical cultures.
So now I have a deeper understanding of Hindustani classical. The singers perform and communicate to their own instrumentalists.
The unique aspect of this workshop is that the composers and the singers work together as a team.
We give each Hindustani singer and Western composer a collaborative assignment each week that they have to work together to complete. And this allows them to learn something deep about each other's musical culture from one another.
Through this workshop, I became really obsessed with things I was learning about, and I was finding myself waking up in the middle of the night with bandishes going through my head.
In Hindustani music, we start off with knowing what a rag is, what a tal is, what a bandish is, what a bhajan is, and how it all comes together.
So before joining this workshop, I was mainly into Hindustani classical and Hindustani folk music. There are like new doors opening, and I'm really glad joining this workshop.
In Western music, we start with reading notation, Western music theory, the basics of harmonization and counterpoint, and so on.
What I'm singing, and then we have to equally learn to enjoy the process while I'm singing. So all together, when the harmonies are sounding, it should feel like I'm just a part of it, but I should be able to enjoy it too.
As a Western musician, engaging with Hindustani music will teach you to work with musicians who improvise and who don't read music. And that will open a door to you to engage with so many other musical cultures.
How Hindustani singers figure out what their sa is. That's kind of a lifetime companion in your life of music, right?
The workshop culminates with a 3-day residency in Los Angeles,
where all the composers and singers come together. Everyone gets a chance to see what everyone else has been working on, what the composers have been writing, how the singers have been interacting with the composers' arrangements of Hindustani bhajans.
where we read and record the arrangements that the composers and singers have been working on throughout the process of the workshop.
No form of music is self-contained, and I think the beauty of music is that you can combine it in any way that you want once you have the basic language and the basic foundation to do that and to communicate across the barriers.
The composers and singers work in pairs, work on the assignments that we have designed for them, and start their journey in this collaborative process which goes beyond this workshop.